Florabella on my screen. Her smile, it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene, in the morning or the night. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow, every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. Every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong.
Battle's got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feet, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable nature's child. Leaves whisper secrets, she's the loudest shout. From the channel buzzing, she never backs out. Seed of strength, through seasons she grows. In the face of doubt, her spirit glows. Cameras ain't a limit, she branches out. Thorns in her crown, she wears it no doubt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless.
Talk to someone else, cause I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boys. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boy. No, I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to. That nigga's crazy. Poppin' in bitch and I saw it to be. Snakes in the grass, so they harder to see. My brother would give up his life to the O. He told me he'd go be a martyr for me. Said that she ready to corner the 6. I hit up Pauline and charter the P. Ain't really leave, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm riding around in Atlanta with Sam, cause that nigga been going harder than me. Nothing to change, I'm just harder to please. Ferrari is making an SUV. We ain't got a choice, we ordering these. Shout out Noel for recording the V's. He know where this shit about to go. Cause nobody touching the flow. They say you alone at the top, but it's gotta be lonely below. You just getting ready to diss, but don't even mention the hoe. And don't even mention the foe, unless you was trying to go pro.
Whoa, I got more strikes than Adidas.
Yeah, I got the stripes to fuck.
I don't chase bitches, I leave them.
Hoes screaming like I'm
I don't get mad, I get even.
Treat you niggas like a pussy.
I don't get mad, I get even.
Treat you niggas, then you
Whoa, all that foundation she wearing, she thinks she QC. Tell her I might sneak in with you with me. You must be Coach K, cause you ain't P. I'm on the jet like my last name Lee. Two sticks in my hand like I'm playing a Wii. G-Block babies will spank you for free. We rough niggas up, now they begging for peace.
What is going on, everybody? What's going on? I have completely fell off the face of the earth, and I'm gonna wholeheartedly apologize right now to everybody. I needed to take some time out, and I know that means you guys aren't getting notifications. You're not getting, you're not really seeing anything going on my channel. But I promise y'all, I just needed to take a few days to rest. Right? Sometimes you gotta do that, and I was feeling tired, so tired. Too tired to even get up and do something that I really love to do. So hopefully y'all are having a good evening. It is Friday night. Okay, I know a lot of y'all are outside. A lot of you guys have been outside since school and work let out. Okay, but I'm here with you guys. I have another body cam review show for you guys. We're gonna get right into it. I don't want to waste no time. Okay, I don't want to waste no time. So we're gonna get right into it. As you guys come in, make sure you hit the like button for me. If you're catching this on the playback, make sure you guys are hitting the like button, that you're subscribing, sharing, and hitting the notification bell and all that. All right, so we're going to get right into it.
Of February.
Now, the show today is on police impersonators. That's what we got going on. So make sure you guys hit the like button as you get in.
3rd, 2024. An officer in Greenfield, Wisconsin, attempted a traffic stop of a vehicle that was driving reckless. The operator, a 39-year-old man named Tunnell, failed to pull over and quickly pulled into a driveway.
To traffic. Westbound College at 3-8. It's a black SUV. Now we're pulling into a driveway. Adam Victor Young, 8433. Getting out.
10-4-73.
What's up? Step back. What are you doing?
I don't know. What's up?
What are you? Don't reach for anything. Walk in front of my squad. Just walk in front of my squad. You're speeding.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just walk in front of the squad.
We have an emergency. He's probably OD. So,
what's that?
said this guy's probably OD. He's one of my informants.
He's one of your informants?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I'll come inside with you.
Yeah, come on.
All right. Well, who are you?
I tried based on the last name, and then I also tried this based on the birth date.
Get my flashlight.
Who are you? Like,
Lance.
with who? I don't know who he's with, but some agency says an informant of his is overdosing.
Hey, Joe.
3850.
Now, yo, that is the craziest thing to just say off the bat. Like, he probably could have came up with a lie that wasn't that bad, but he literally said, one of my informants is high on fentanyl overdosing. Like, that, the worst lie he could have ever done.
Yeah, you might as well send rescue.
You alright?
Huh?
You say you're over there. What's up?
You said what?
You say you're OD. What's up?
No, I didn't say
Get the hell out of here, dude.
Oh, I thought he was OD.
Nobody
You good?
OD'd.
Dude.
Are you serious?
Where's
You
my money?
just
Why
stole
did you
our
call
money. You just stole our money
Nobody
from our
stole anything
house.
from you. Why did you call him?
He stole our money from
Okay.
our house. We have him on video.
It was just-
He's impersonating a cop, or he is pretending to be a cop. We have him on video on the computer.
Is that why you called me?
He stole our money out of
Hey,
our
Joey,
room.
you got surveillance?
Huh?
You have surveillance?
Credits.
Surveillance.
What?
Surveillance? You have it?
Yes, it has you and your wife pulling up in your car.
So you guys can see they pulled up. The scene's already hectic, right? He's coming up to them and he's trying to use the CIA lingo, right? Obviously, if he's somebody who's pretending to be a police officer, he's going to be using the fake law enforcement lingo to try and trip them up. He's caught in the act, though. The police are right here. He has to explain what he's doing at this house, and he chose the most outrageous lie, right? My informant is overdosing, which obviously, if you just stole from them, they're not going to say that. So let's continue.
Just went to go meet you for drinks at the bar,
Really?
and you weren't there. You
I
told
texted
us
him.
we
Okay.
have proof.
We can talk to you about that. We got more squads on the way.
What did we do wrong?
Who is this guy to you?
He's our friend, supposedly.
Oh.
Supposedly our friend.
Dude, and
Why you send me a
you just sent me
message
this thing saying he's
Are
CIA.
you serious?
Yeah.
And I just found it.
Brazil, you come here every day. You've met my son.
So what's going on?
What are you talking about?
Why'd you call and say you
And I
OD?
found
You
the
stole
thing
our
on-
money
Okay,
from our house.
we'll talk about it.
Who are you?
Why'd you call and say OD?
Who are you?
Nobody-
Nobody called the cops. You told us you were going to bring our money back.
Yeah, I
What
have.
are you talking about? You
The money in the safe that you helped install
Oh, 06. I'll need you
yesterday.
up here too.
Now, let me just say this, right? These obviously aren't legit people. I'm not trying to be mean, but they're not legit because the fact that they're even standing at the door screaming with him instead of being like, this is BS, like, what are you doing? You're a thief. They obviously aren't legit. I don't know what he knows about these people, but, you know, they're not clean people. And that could be why he chose to pretend to be a cop with them, right? I don't know if he lied to them or what he told them. Obviously, this woman seems to think they have a friendship. He's had kids. He's had dinner at their house. He's had dinner with the kids. So, you know, she's acting a little outraged, but obviously they're not super straight edge because, I mean, a normal person is going to be like, what the hell is going on? You just stole from me. I called the police. Hey, Justy Nukes. She says, hey, girly. Yes. Hey. It's been forever, but thank you for coming in tonight. Let's continue.
Who is this guy? He's a cop.
I don't know who he
He's
is.
not a cop.
Who is he to you?
Impersonating.
I'm not a
He's
cop.
supposed
Never
to be
told you
our
I was a cop.
friend. He just stole money from our house.
Hey,
You just took
so it was a
$1,500.
phone
He took
call.
$1,500 from our house.
In the house.
Katie is saying that there's money missing. So
Katie's saying, are you serious?
What
Are
he's
you-
doing? I know he's.
Is he a real cop?
I'm at their house right now.
Is this guy a cop?
They called and said it was OD.
Nobody called and said there was an OD. You just stole we were supposed to meet you and your wife out for drinks. Are you a cop?
No, I'm not a cop.
So what are
He
you
just
doing?
broke into my room. I can show you my room.
He
Okay.
broke
Show
into
me the
our
room.
room.
Please show me the room.
Can you guys see my room? Can you guys?
Who's this guy?
Video surveillance. He has a video.
You come over here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you come over here. Somebody go assist Billy.
Stand by for a second, babe.
Can I come inside and talk to you?
Yes.
Just pick over here.
Jesse said, oh no, just open the door and pointing fingers. You know, honestly, I think there's a mental illness component. Like, I think he might be a little sick because he opens the door and he just starts yelling like, oh, who did you tell me somebody OD'd? Who OD'd? Like, who the fuck's gonna walk into somebody's house that they're doing business with and just say that? Like, he sounds crazy, right? Clearly sounds crazy. But the fact that they're also engaging with him, like, they might sell dope. They might sell some weed, like something. They might sell something because they're giving him too much energy. The blame shift is for real. Oh yeah, as soon as he opens the door, he has to project like he's playing like he's an authority, right? If he's pretending to be a CIA agent, then he's pretending he's a cop. So when he opens the door, that's what he has to do. That's how he has to engage. But that's why I think there is a mental illness component to it, because you're not about to just start talking crazy like that to me as soon as I open the door. Clearly, he don't have the best instincts to understand this is not the way to go about it. But let's continue.
He knows I'm.
Listen,
Who is this
he's
guy?
like our
It's just
friend.
fucking weird, man. He's married to one of my,
Listen,
married to my best friend.
Married to one of his best friends. He's been here all the time. We
Deal,
hang out
deal
with
with
him all
him.
the time.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's not a cop.
He's like delusional.
Listen, he's come here all the
This is what
time.
he just said
He
to me.
helped. Yeah, he helped.
This is just from.
Now I look like Candace Owens. Oh, Ozark. Why do I see it? Don't do me like that. Don't do me.
We're on our way. I'll pay you for the drinks. I told him. I
We
got
asked
the
him to
drinks.
get his shots
Hold
because
on
it was
now. Is
bar
it closed?
closed.
We got there late. Fuck you, straight up. You believe in magic? Keep hanging up on me like a little kid. Let me get my shit. And then
What's this about stealing money?
He came in here.
There's no overdose here.
No. Nobody called about an overdose. He called.
So he just threw the overdose in. He just sprinkled that in to try and get, whether it's a reaction out of the officer or maybe to think he's more legit than he is. But he just sprinkled that in. Nobody OD'd, right? He knows that. But that's what he told the officers because he wanted to present himself like an authority figure.
All right, I'm with 3 parties inside. Everything's 10-4 inside. There's no overdose. I don't know who the subject is outside.
There's a robbery, though.
There's a robbery.
Okay.
He came in here.
He
and
said
stole
he was
his
going to
money.
bring it back.
He came. He helped him install a safe yesterday, and to put his cash in. And it's bolted to our nightstand. And he came in here, and when we pulled up, his wife was in the car, and he came running, not running. We were in the car. We took a picture on Snapchat, and then he came out of the house, and they took off. And then we came in, and he said on his way out, got it to him. We came in here, and our room is all tossed, and
that just tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just right now. We were deciding if we were gonna call you because he said he was.
But he said he was going to bring it back.
What's going on?
Basically, this guy's an informant. His girl called and said he was OD. I got here and your buddy sees me speeding, whatever. Now they're saying something about some money missing or whatever.
You good?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
He sells drugs.
who do you work for? Special Activities Division.
Okay, what company is that?
Yeah, I mean,
What company is it?
what are we doing here, man?
I don't know. Your buddy assisting me. So, hey, we're good. Yeah, that was false. She's fucking high out of her mind right now. So
I will show them this.
Now, this is why I said there's some question to how legit they are, because you robbed me for $1,500. Whether you're my friend or not, I'm sorry, we're not friends at that point. You steal from me, there's no allegiance there. I'm gonna call the police on you. So I think to some degree, maybe they get their money in an alternative way. And so they didn't want to get the police involved, which I don't blame them. No one just wants to get the police involved. But if you just stole from me and we're not family, I'm calling the police on your ass, okay? But let's continue.
And the guy outside is impersonating an officer.
Yeah, he's not a cop. He was our friend. We don't know.
He's the one that was driving that car.
Yeah.
Yes, he came into our house and stole money earlier today. Like an hour ago.
The victim showed the officer text to the suspect stating that he was going to call the cops if he didn't bring his money back. Tonell, who goes by Brazil, then sent a picture of a fake CIA badge with his picture and name on it.
He's delusional. You pulling up, entering my room, and taking my shit, and then I've always been nothing but nice to you, bro. What the fuck? Awesome. I have a copy too. I'll be parked in the driveway on my way. You put, and then that's what happened. And he's did this to me before. He put a gun to my head already. How do I know I'm going to be safe?
How did you meet this guy?
Through him, his wife.
He's married to my
a friend of. They met in an alternative lifestyle. Okay, if you put a gun to your head at some point, then this is no childhood best friend. Okay, this is clearly probably somebody that they know from extracurricular activities. And that it is what it is. That's what it's giving. Special activity divisions of LOL. There's CIA. Yeah, honestly, I think that he's just making stuff up. He's just throwing stuff out there at this point. He's caught his friends that he robbed. They're not feeling him anymore, and they're ready to speak up now that the police are here. Maybe not snitch outright, but they're done with him. So he's just saying shit. Again, I think there's mental illness because if you're trying to give this lie and this lie is trash and you're still trying to sell it, then you have no awareness. There's probably a delay there. So let's continue.
For 20 years.
Okay.
You got an ID on you?
I just have this here.
Okay, well, I'm going to need your name. So, you got any identification as far as your name?
No.
I'm going to need that.
Yeah, we don't run with names.
Okay, well, I'm going to need your name.
Hey, yeah, so what do you want me to do?
What I want you to do is give him your name.
I'm talking to someone else.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm talking to you.
I need
Give him
a
your
first name
right
and
now.
I need a first name and a last name.
Lance Coleman.
Lance?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What's your last name? Can you spell it for me?
COMER.
What's the middle initial for you?
There's none.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
There's none.
I need your date of birth.
Why?
Because I need to identify who you are. You're just flashing a badge around here, man, not giving me anything other than that. Yes, you are. You're going and fucking chasing this guy around. That's who my officer was chasing after.
Nobody. This guy's.
Give me your date of birth.
What is your date of birth?
This guy sells pounds of meth.
Give me your date of birth.
Date of birth, or you go to jail right now.
Go to jail.
Give me your date of birth, dude.
12/18.
What year?
84. Oh, this was OD, bro.
And shout out to Florida in the building. One of my friends, Florida. So shout out to you. Jesse Nook says your hair is looking great. Thank you so much, Jesse. Jeremy DeWitt was the biggest cop imposter. Is that like some name? Is that like a household name in police impersonators? I don't know if I ran into Jeremy DeWitt. I don't know if I've heard of that one, but yeah, shout out to you, Gainer's Pocket. Let's continue.
What company do you work for?
Patriot Defense.
Patriot Defense. Okay.
Patriot Defense Group is a private company that supports U.S. Special Forces and the CIA.
Is there a reason that you finally told me now after we've been talking for 5 minutes?
They're in my ear. Like,
okay, but I'm in front of you.
OD, bro. Like, you know, I rushed over here. Like, he's OD
Okay,
before.
but you understand how weird this looks?
It does.
You show up with this maybe real badge, right? In a vest, all this stuff. You don't tell us who you are, what you're doing here,
I got you.
anything at all.
I have to have permission, bro. Sorry.
You have to have permission to talk to this place. No, you don't.
Yes,
Can I show you where he broke it?
Yeah. Is he going to be good? You want to put him away?
No, he's good. He's good. I'm just to be safe. He's 13 years old.
All right. I just don't want to get bit. That's all.
Not that I know. He hasn't bitten nobody. I took him from a friend.
Hold on.
Couldn't handle him with his baby. Okay. I know you're not used to people.
Make sure you guys are hitting the like button for me. Honestly, it's giving trap house. Is it not?
It's giving dealer. Narcotics.
It's giving narcotics, trap house. Y'all, sorry, y'all. My friend is here watching the show with me as I'm doing it. It's giving trap house. It's not giving honorable citizens. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm just from what we can see. All right, it definitely is giving. You know, there's a reason they didn't call the police. Okay. That probably weren't coming. Thank you so much, Ted, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me, okay? We're here delivering the reviews for you. Make sure you guys like the stream. That will keep me in the algorithm. Jesse Nook says the guy flashing the badge is the being accused of stealing, but accusing them of selling drugs while pretending to be a cop. Honestly, you'll be surprised. Like I was telling my friend earlier about how in Boston they had the guys with the fake cop cars and lights, and they would pull people over, and people would literally think it's law enforcement, and it's just any old person pretending that they're doing like, oh, I saw you speeding or you were swerving.
I don't stop.
Right. You know, that's what but you know what? You're right, because they tell you not to stop. They tell you not to stop. And that's a real issue. So let's continue.
I just want to preface, I'm not here for any drugs, if there is in general.
No,
I don't care what's inside your
He
house.
just came and threw, tossed the whole room. This is the safe that it was in.
That's what he broke open.
Yeah, he broke that open, and there's
$1,500 in there that I was
$1,500
saving for a truck.
Okay.
He just helped him
He
install
used
it
that
yesterday.
hammer too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we were supposed to meet them at the bar and we were running late.
Okay, so you were supposed to meet him at the bar. You were running late.
Yeah. And
You actually went to the bar?
We went to the
And
bar.
you think
He was parked outside. With
You
his
think
wife.
while you were at the bar is when he came
Yeah,
here?
so he called. We called. We talked to him on the phone. He said we were at the wrong bar. We're like, no, this is the only corner club we know. And so we went in, and it was already last call, so we put 20 in the machine. And then by the time we left, he was pulling out when I was waiting for him to come out of the bar.
Okay.
Then when we showed up here, he was coming out of the house, and his wife was in the car.
Okay. Who was there any conversation about an overdose? How did you get that?
No, we have no idea what
Okay.
he's talking about.
Okay. All right. Would you guys like to file a report for the burglary?
Yes,
All right. Let me go get my notebook quick, and then I'll come
Okay.
back inside. Okay?
Yeah, we should have video. He has a ring doorbell.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Do you guys have video that we can wrap this up right away?
Joe does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we take a look at that?
Yeah. Can you get
I'll
Joe?
toss them there.
Yeah, I saw that. They led me back there already.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he took about 1,500.
Just cash?
Just cash.
Anything else in there? Or?
No, just the money was in there.
I mean, they tossed a bunch of shoes and stuff, but the shoes.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have took shoes. I'm not sure what's missing. He's put a gun in my head before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like because he thought I was whispering something to his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. It was your impression that he was coming back to give you the
To
money.
give you the money, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But then
why.
he said that thing
That's
about
why you put a gun in my head already. How do I know I'm going to be safe meeting you in the driveway?
So you think he came in the back door?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he my room was locked, so he broke.
Yeah, he
Now,
broke
like,
our room.
the fact that they're casually discussing the fact that he has put a gun to his head, like, right, like, it's giving one day, yes, it's giving one day you were the plug, the next day you was working for him. Like, there would be no reason for this guy to have put a gun on you and you're still engaging with him, like, talking about how he's been around your kids. That lady who was screaming in the beginning, it was all a smoke show. It was all a show. A regular person is not going to be screaming like that if you sat next to their kids and then you robbed them. There's a reason why they didn't call the police, and he took advantage of that. We live in a very sad world. People, my advice, keep your circle as small as possible. Nicholas, I agree. My circle is the two people in this room and my family. Like, I don't keep a huge crowd around me. The people who got a whole crowd of people around them that they're always talking about, oh, I got friends, I got people, Their people be lonely as hell. Because it's just, we've become so motivated by technology, we don't even really talk like that. So for me, I got a friend, one person, two people, I'm cool. I don't need 100 friends. So I definitely agree with that, Nicholas. Yeah, Billy, you got to keep your circle small. Let's continue, though.
Log on it. You can see the marks on the door. And then he was telling us he was going to bring it back. That's why we didn't call you guys, because we told him we were going to call the cops. And yeah, when he said he was going to be here to bring the money back, that's when you.
Hey, Bridget. She says, hey, Flora in chat. Big group, mean trouble. Oh, yeah, you got the more people that you have around you, the more you're liable to get robbed, have some drama going on, have somebody stealing somebody's man. The more, like, it's just how it is when you got a group. But if you got a small group of people who you guys got similar values, you respect each other, you have genuine care and love for each other, then that's all you really need. Bridget Renee says, hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Mrs. Rochelle Moore, what is going on? She says, hey, chat. How you doing today, girl? People forget it is us versus the elites, yet they do a very good job of dividing us. They do, because I think our belief systems are very shallow. You know, I think the people who an election happens and they start acting different, treating people different, very shallow. You know, when Donald Trump took office, I wasn't sitting here thinking about like, oh damn, like I'm gonna end up back on the plantation, or I wasn't viewing it like that. But some people, politics motivate them to hell. You should have one friend who does evidence for you. Nap 12 friends create a problem in jealousy. Oh yeah, you can't have too big of groups. But let's continue, y'all. Let's
You
continue.
guys were here. Yeah, the money's got to be in the car, right? Are we allowed to get that money back?
Give us his money.
Like, are you guys allowed to search your car to see if our money's in there?
Just pull up that CIA thing.
Oh, the CIA one?
This is saying he works for the CIA.
Dude, we found that on Etsy.
Be sure to
You can
show
get
my
that off of
credentials.
Etsy. Yeah.
And yeah, I just did a Google
search or whatever where you take
And
the image.
just for our knowledge, nobody in here is an informant with anyone?
No. Yeah.
Are you able? My email's on the bottom of the card here. Right down there. Can you screenshot any pertinent text messages, especially the one with the CIA poster that he sent you?
Okay.
And just send them to my email so we can attach it to the case.
Yeah, they call it the EOD, bro.
Who called?
His shit called, said, Kate is OD, get over here quick. So
Nobody in there knows who you are. Yeah.
I give you first, last name. So the white guy last name is Wagner. Then you have Katie, and then you have Joey. You say signature or something like that. Yes.
Good.
What's Joey's last name?
One opportunity. What is your name? You didn't come back on file, so now you're lying to me.
We could just go 10-12 with them if they got here.
I told you my last name, Palmer. Bro. You fucking serious?
Yeah.
Hey, they're putting me in handcuffs right now.
We don't. Turn around like that.
Who are you talking to?
I'm on a phone call right now.
Why are you putting me in handcuffs?
Yep, hey, don't move. Don't move.
Don't.
You got a wallet on you?
Why are you putting me in handcuffs?
You're under arrest for obstructing right now.
You rounded block. The white. Okay. Well, that's not work.
We know this. I think we know this guy. He's a family friend, bro.
Can you hold on a minute?
Impersonating? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you open this up?
Impersonating? Come on, bro. You're more crazy than that.
Yeah. All right, just have a seat for a minute. So there's the gun in between the seat. You can see it. All right, that's your foot forward.
Come here. What's this? Good, yes. Quiet, you missed this. Good, yes. Good job. Nick, here, go. Good, yes. Good job, go Zook.
Now, obviously, you guys know there's not going to be nothing in that car. You know, he's pretending to be a law enforcement officer. The chances of him having contraband, things like that, slim to none. So we're going to move on to the next one. This, I think, was one of the worst liars that we are going to have in this entire series tonight. You know, he just sounded wrong off the rip, okay? Now, this guy is so dumb, right? This fake police officer that we're going to look at now, he's so dumb that he accidentally pulls over a actual officer who is driving a vehicle with non-marked plates, so he's obviously undercover to some extent. But you know, he's obviously driving an unmarked car and stuff like that. So this genius who's pretending to be a police officer pulls over a real cop. So I just thought this one was hilarious. Now, hey Lana, how you doing tonight? I hope you're having a good one. I do want to swing one in today because later tonight I'm going to be doing some different type of topic. So I wanted to make sure we got some body cam footage for our people tonight. So thanks for joining us. Miss Jessie Nuke says, hey, chat. All right, let's continue.
In September 2023, an on-duty sergeant from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department was traveling through a construction zone in his unmarked squad car when he spotted a Ford Explorer that closely resembled Indiana State Police vehicles. The driver, 23-year-old Jonathan Becker, wore a neon green uniform shirt with patches, similar to Indiana law enforcement attire. Jonathan soon pulled in behind the sergeant and activated his white and amber emergency lights, signaling what appeared to be a traffic stop. In response, the sergeant pulled over, but Jonathan continued driving, turned off the lights, and was later seen in another construction area with workers dressed in similar attire. The sergeant asked Jonathan...
So I'm going to just say this. This is giving a case of like he really wants to belong. I'm going to say that because he went from one construction site to the next. He's copying their uniforms. He's blending in. So he's really not going too far out of his way outside of pulling over this cop. He really wants to be part of law enforcement. I'm going to assume, he's a wannabe cop, Griffin. I'm going to assume that he probably failed. Maybe he didn't pass the mental health check to be part of law enforcement, but it's giving like imposter syndrome. Like he wants to really be a law officer, but he can't do that. So this is his way of doing it. All right, now we got 389 people in the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me, okay? Don't just come in here and not wipe your feet at the door. Hit the like button for me. Hunter Rouse says, hi, this is funny. I'm a cop in real life and arrested a police impersonator 2 weeks ago. What? Now, I want to know, Hunter, was that police impersonator, was he trying to get money off of the people that he was scamming to believe he was a cop? Because otherwise, why else are you pretending to be a cop? Like, it's just some weird fixation that they have. They want to be a police officer and they could never accomplish it. So it was money. Okay, that makes sense. Now, I don't know how he would convince somebody to get money or give him money because when you get pulled over, confiscated. All right, that makes sense. Like, they could have confiscated, but like when the police impersonator is pulling someone over, it's not like you can, he stole cars. Hunter said he stole cars.
And the police are
Oh, no, Hunter's not the police impersonator. He arrested a police impersonator.
Oh.
Yeah. So that makes sense. Like if they're trying to do it in commission of a crime, okay, you're going to pretend to be a cop. So you can commit a crime. You're willing to commit a crime. Yeah, you're going to pretend to be a cop. Well, I'm talking about people who just pretend to be cops, just to do it. Right. Or just to like intimidate somebody or something. I've seen some like that too. No way. So this must be a common idea for people. It might, Jesse. I think it might be. But let's continue.
Jonathan if he was a police officer, but Jonathan denied it and accused the sergeant of speeding in the construction zone. While they argued, the sergeant called for assistance from uniformed officers. As they spoke, the sergeant noticed John's tactical belt had a radio mic, a key ring with an Indiana State Police logo, and a black whistle, items commonly used by police officers.
Are you a police officer in the state of Indiana?
I already answered this question. My answer is again, I already told you. Okay. So you have no answer.
Wait, don't
stop playing games.
There's no games here.
Okay, then I already answered that question 5 or 6 times.
Well, the reason I asked you before is because I wanted to make sure if you are a police officer.
No, I already told you my answer. Stop that.
You told me you're not a police officer.
I already answered that question.
You understand why I stopped to talk to you, correct?
Yeah, because you flew past me going 80 miles an hour in a place of 55.
Okay.
For no reason. How do I know you're not on your way to the call because your lights are on?
What
You're not in a police car, a marked police car. Okay. And then you put your badge on to talk to me.
Correct.
And your gun.
I didn't put my gun on. I have my gun with me. Okay. I'm a police officer.
All right. Your badge on.
When I went by you in the car, you mean?
Yep. You put it on to come talk to me.
Now, I know he ain't questioning the credentials of a real police officer. I know that's not what he's doing right now. He said, you put your badge on and talk to me. Hell yeah. Because you're pretending you're trying to do a traffic stop and you're not a uniformed police officer. You're just a regular person that has no business doing that. So, of course, as soon as he pulls you over, he's going to tell you he's a cop. It's just ironic that he's the one pretending to be a cop, but he's going to question a real police officer. This is where these dummies get themselves caught up. So let's continue.
Correct. Because I wanted to make sure that you knew that before I just come up and start talking to you what was going on.
All right.
Okay?
All right, go run me. Let's get this over with.
Okay. Do you understand what's happening here and why I'm here to talk to you?
Nope.
You don't understand?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have responsibilities enforcing traffic law on those?
I'm a flagger.
Okay. Do you have responsibilities to enforce speeding law on the interstate?
Whenever we're in a construction zone, I do whatever they tell me to do.
Okay. Has anybody tasked you with the responsibility to flash your lights at motorists on the road and tell them to slow down while you're driving?
What do we do?
Okay. What you're doing right now is stationary on the side of the road, trying to ensure the safety of people in a construction zone, right?
Yep.
Okay. You understand the difference between motoring public on 465, which is a busy interstate in Indianapolis,
I don't know what your point is here.
Okay.
Listen, so regular. Vaunt T says both of them goofy. Now, the one who's working, he's really not goofy because he's like, this nigga's trying to pull me over. I'm a cop and he's pulling me over. You know, like imagine that. But yeah, Empress, he's just a regular person. Ryan and Ravely says little man needs to be cuffed and charged. Yeah, he definitely needs to. And he's 23. Like, who even gets this idea at 23 years? Like, aren't you supposed to be dating, going to the bars and getting drunk after work? He's over here. Right. Listen, and he's over here. Instead, he's over here pretending to be a cop. Like, come on, lame as hell. Of course, it's Indiana. Muncie lost a whole lot of cops last year for police brutality. Oh damn. North Star says he's really got time. What a weirdo. Yeah, he has way too much time on his hand. Hunter Rue says this is just plausible deniability. Some stuff used by police officers doesn't mean he's impersonating one. By if he has red and blue lights, that's a felony. Now he did have red and blue lights, so that's why he definitely is getting caught up right now. The officer is, you're gonna hear him talk in a minute, so I'm gonna let it play. But he's gonna tell him like, you turned your lights on and pulled me over like it's a traffic stop. That's where you broke the law. Having a highlighter colored T-shirt and even the little thing on your waist, that's not you necessarily impersonating a police officer. So you're making a really good point there. But for him, he took it too far. He put them red and blue lights on. You know, Hunter, it's a felony if he gets caught, which he did. Yeah, so for him, it's a felony. So not Indiana. What's wrong with Indiana? What did Indiana do to y'all? I honestly don't know a lot about Indiana, honestly. Most of these body cam, they're from like Wisconsin. What's the other one? Georgia. So anyways, let's continue. Ooh, I didn't mean to unlike it. I meant to like it. So
my point is, let's step back and look, okay? Would you agree that some people might think this looks like a police car? Or some kind of emergency vehicle?
It's a traffic control car. It's
Okay.
like his car.
Okay.
It's like his car.
Which is why
like his car.
Okay.
We all use.
Which is why I
different types of
asked you
vehicles.
why you are essentially trying to enforce traffic law on the interstate.
Who said I was trying to do that?
Did you not activate your lights? What you said to slow me down?
I did not.
You didn't activate your lights?
Nope. And there's a witness.
Okay.
Wherever he went.
You didn't activate these lights right in the front of your car?
Nope. My strobe lights, I did not.
Okay. What lights did you activate?
I didn't activate any lights.
Okay. So there's
Do you have any proof that I did?
two different stories you've given me. You said before it wasn't your strobes, it's your high beams.
Well, you said strobes. You
Okay.
told the warrant officer I thought.
Okay. These lights that are right in the front that are
Did I clock my
strobing.
strobes? So
Lights-
now you have two different stories, okay? So now you
You
said
understand the
you
action of
said
these
headlights.
lights?
So you said headlights and then strobes. So which one?
I'm
which one
asking
did
you.
see?
I'm asking you what you
Okay.
activated, and you said you didn't activate
All right,
anything,
I'm
which is
done
not
talking.
accurate. Okay.
I'll talk to somebody else.
Have you ever been arrested?
I'll talk to somebody else. I'm done talking to you.
Hey, is your laptop? You don't have one in there.
I got one. I'm the mark behind him.
John explained that he owns Indiana Traffic Operations, a company specializing in traffic control at construction sites to ensure the safety of construction crews.
I have plenty of guys that work with me. Cops, IPD guys. So
Okay, are you on for place for the wreck?
doing traffic. That's all I do. It's not like I'm not doing it. It's all open.
now I do think, Nicholas, to some degree, people they start spilling their guts because they think it's gonna help them. Everything you say and do can and will be used against you. You should not be giving them information to use against you. That's the whole fact. I do think to some degree innocent people aren't going to be too hesitant to talk to the police, but I think sometimes you can make the situation bad for yourself by telling them too many details, especially if they think you're guilty already. You know what I mean? Like there's no point in giving them extra details, but yeah, people be self-snitching and they don't even know it. Jesse Nukes. I Ain't Lying says that boy is really thinking, can you just go away? Right, like he didn't just commit a felony, that's his fault. Hey, Stephen W. He said, "What's up, girl?" He's a construction zone guy. He really took that role and ran with it. Yeah, I mean, he just talked about a business of his where he's helping with traffic control, but that's not really how it works, right? For the most part, the people who are dealing with traffic is law enforcement. There are traffic patrol officers. So It's really not going to be some random dude who owns a company. Now, sometimes the government might give the contracts to those people, but it's rare. Most of the times it's going to the police department. Nicholas Ewell says, number one rule mom told me I'll die by: don't open your mouth until your lawyer is hand in hand. That's true, because your lawyer is going to protect your interests. And sometimes you're not guilty, but you're going to talk yourself into a charge. So even if you say something in a particular order, it can be used against you to prosecute for a crime you didn't even commit. I'm not gonna go that far, but I can say I understand that. Or you can just walk with an obstruction of officer and still be charged in hand to keep a job or place to live. Sarcasm. Mosaic, that was some dry sarcasm, my dear. Let's continue.
We need it. Well, he's saying you're a witness this whole thing, so I strike it. Right. This dude, he drives by in his Jeep. We're going what? 60? It's a 55 on Caitlin.
It was also discovered John was on probation for unlawful display of emergency lights on a vehicle.
Mr. Becker, is your driver's license? Are you on probation?
Yeah.
You're on probation?
You already know the answer to that.
Hancock County?
You already know the answer.
What are you on probation for?
You already know the answer to that question. You looked it up, so you already know.
Okay. What do you think he's on probation for? No, actually, I've never seen somebody on probation for it, but he's on probation for improper use of emergency lights.
It's not improper use. You need to reread that.
I'm not here to write you a ticket.
Okay, I know
what
that.
What do you think the odds are that of all people?
Reverse. You said improper use. What did it say? Now you're implying to him that I used red and blue light.
I didn't imply anything.
You just told him, and so now everyone thinks they're.
Did you flash your lights when you were behind him?
No, I didn't.
Of emergency lights on a vehicle.
He flew past.
Well, you're not the police. So guess what? If somebody flies past you, call the police. What do you think the odds are that of all the people that I stopped and talked to for flashing their lights on the interstate?
He didn't flash them, but
whatever you want to call it.
he flew by me at 80 miles an hour.
You know, Alex, I was just going to respond to your comment because you said, well, if you're not guilty, would you still be eligible to go to jail? The problem isn't what you're. The problem is that when you misspeak, I'm going to say it this way because I don't want anyone to think I'm anti-police, but I think when you misspeak, the things that you say can be used against you, meaning they can rephrase it or they can use it to paint a narrative. So if you say something the wrong way, they can paint a narrative that you're violent, that you're criminal, that you're trying to hide something. And that's why it's important to have a lawyer present, even if you want to cooperate. Like, for example, let's say they tell you, oh, you're a suspect in this charge or whatever. Call your lawyer and still talk to them. So you'll still be an innocent person. You're not acting guilty because you're still willing to talk to them, but you want a lawyer to be able to help you protect your interests. And that's the difference. So Nicholas says, let me rephrase that depending on the charges. Those are yellow in my state of Tennessee. This is not a crime, but making a traffic stop and you're not a police officer is. I don't know if his lights are yellow because I think the officer said red and blue. I also watched this already, so I'm remembering. If he said yellow, let me know. But I think the lights were red and blue when he tried to pull it over. Some charges are looked at heavier than others, such as in Hunter's case, red and blue lights is as serious as a red rum who's been accused of. He won't remember all the BS he is saying. Yeah, he's not going to. I'm a little anti-police. I think we use the police for things that police don't really need to be involved in. I'm going to say that is true because to some degree, when people call the police, they should be calling social workers and therapists and clinicians. They really shouldn't be calling the police. But at the same time, we don't have state-run mental hospitals and stuff. So I never understood fake cop wannabe. Just makes no sense to me. Same with stolen velour. People wanting to be soldiers, do they want to feel important? They want to feel a part of something. Pew pew for life. I think people who pretend to be soldiers, because when I was roaming around the dust sector, there was a lot of people who would say, I'm ex-military, but they wouldn't go into it. And you can usually tell who they were because they had no real knowledge of it. And they would speak ignorant things. But I think some people just want to feel a part of something. So they'll lie and be like, I was in the army or I was in whatever, to feel part of something. So anyways. Huh?
To be a part of a greater cause.
Yeah, to feel important, like they accomplished something, like they did something important. So let's continue.
unlawful display of
A reason
emergency lights
for
on
to
a
believe
vehicle.
that he did
So,
something about it.
Yes, you probably know a lot about the statute.
I
But you
do.
probably, if you're on probation for that, shouldn't be on the interstate trying to slow traffic down. And this is your lucky day that the car that you try to do that to happens to be an unmarked police officer who happens to be working. Okay? So don't give me a hard time when you're on probation for something related.
Don't touch my car.
Okay?
I'm not touching your car. Stop touching my car.
You're lucky I don't tow it, which is within my purview.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I've got your ID. You have this gentleman's information. I'm going to make a police report.
Okay.
How that handles anything for your business based on what your current status is, I do not know. What is your probation officer's name?
I have to look at it.
You don't know who your probation officer is?
I think he's a real chill guy. I have to check in with him maybe once a month, so I don't even.
No problem. My suggestion to you is this is probably a bad idea. Your intentions may have been good, but bad things happen when people start down that road. And I'm not talking about you having to flash them at a police officer. I'm talking about people get pissed off. I'm legitimately doing something that you have no idea what I'm doing. That's what we do for a living. It was just your bad luck that happened to be what I do for a living. Okay?
What? Drive 8?
Bad luck. Well, I definitely agree to some degree that it is just ironic that he runs into a police officer, but maybe he needed to be humbled. Maybe he was doing this to too many people, and maybe sometimes he did pretend like he was a law enforcement officer. And that's the issue. Gaynor says they have low self-esteem and their moms didn't hug them enough. I agree with that. Honestly. Hunter says you can't run a company that is security or security related on probation. Oh wow, I didn't really know that to be a fact. So thank you for sharing that. Adam says that's how that guy how's fake. We should send him to North Korea for punishment. That sounds crazy. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. You know, I learned that in like the 3rd grade. So I agree. Police are definitely a necessity, but at the same time, we shouldn't feel scared to approach or need police, which is why I think cops have such a bad rap today. We don't want to have to need them. I think also like certain people, certain communities have their belief about the police, and the police are definitely not doing a good job of swaying that belief. There's like a tug of war going on where like the citizens want the police to respect them and the police want unrequited respect from citizens. You know, so it's like a tug of war. They're both asking for a lot. It was bound to happen. Someone just give that boy a long hug. I'm not gonna do it, but maybe somebody wants to hug him. I honestly think that he probably just feels important. Somebody mentioned authority in the chat. I think maybe he wants to feel like an authority figure, right? Maybe he's been bullied, or maybe people have been mean to him his whole life, or called him small because he is skinny, right? Sometimes people will try to emasculate men who are skinnier and thinner. And so maybe he has a complex. I don't know what it is, but I personally think it's internal, you know, because he has a weird attitude about him. I mean, he just got caught for trying to pull over a sergeant, and he's making excuses for himself. He's claiming, you know, he didn't know. He's asking the sergeant to present identification. You know, I don't know. Hunter says he probably didn't pass the physical exams. Yeah, or even the mental. Maybe the mental, they were like, hey, you've been on Seroquel for 10 years and you're still crazy. And yeah, I don't know. Craig Townsend says, hey there, Flora. Love watching your channel and content. Sending love from Yorkshire in the UK. Thank you so much, Craig. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so that you can see when I present new content. Right, I'm going to be doing body cam footage like I've been doing for quite a while now. And I'm also going to start doing some other stuff. So if you guys like me and my personality in the show, make sure you guys hit the like button, share, subscribe, and tune in when I'm live so that you guys can get an idea of what I do on my channel. So thank you so much for coming. Nicholas says, damn, Hunter, that's a low shot. And Hunter says he's petty like that. Listen, I'm petty LaBelle too. So I definitely feel you. Let's continue.
50 miles an hour and a 55, and then we've been in and out of traffic.
I'm not going to take advice from
I'm
somebody
just
on
asking
probation for
you
this, okay?
because
I'm not here to diminish what you do. I
if you're in like
appreciate-
an unmarked force or something like that, all right, cool. But you said you're in COVID investigation.
Not COVID, covert. Yes.
Okay.
What we do, I'll tell you what I do for a living.
I heard COVID, so I was
No,
like,
I don't go after COVID violators, okay?
He's tried to cut him so many breaks. I was mad when I heard about this. I wasn't even here.
We go after people. We do gun crime investigations. Get people to not know that I'm the police. That's what we do for a living. So, no, I don't normally waste any of my time, but you piqued my curiosity, flashing your lights at me. I understand now you say you didn't flash any lights or whatever, and it must have just been my random luck that I came up here to talk to you and you happen to be on probation. I have no idea who you are. I have nothing against you. I'm just telling you, it's a bad idea to be on the interstate flashing your lights at people.
I'd say this car like blind.
Are they together? Is
I think so.
this
The skinny one with glasses drives that
Somebody
car.
made-
He does have red.
Yeah.
I've seen this one with lights on, but I've seen him at the crew car wash, and I could have swear I saw
Oh, it's pretty-
steady burns that are red and blue.
It's like it's clear what they're doing. Like you're wearing you got a thin blue line plate cover. You're wearing a thin blue line hat. Like
Come on, man. We all know, whether you want to admit it or not, what you're trying to do. There's a place
what am I
for that.
trying to do?
Apparently, based on what you're saying, you're trying to get me to slow down, okay? It's not your job, unfortunately, today.
Well, you're
Maybe
the
it will be
police.
in the
You
future.
shouldn't be driving like that anyway.
It's not your call. You don't know what
No,
I'm doing.
it's not my fault. But you,
So
as a
then
police
don't do
officer,
it.
you should be driving with due regard. And that was not due regard. And I'm sure he can vouch for me. That was not due regard.
if I saw this car coming up behind me and I couldn't see the plate, I couldn't see the lights, I would 100% think it was a cop, like an out of county cop.
Leaving in and out. Oh, no. Hold on. You have your piece.
I will
I'm
not
having
be
my
lectured.
piece. Okay.
It
All
is
right.
not your place.
Yeah, because you should know better.
You don't know what I
You're the
was
police.
doing.
I'm not even the police, dude.
So what was I
And
doing?
then you asked me 20
Explain
times.
to me what I was doing.
Weaving in and out of traffic,
No.
no signal, and speeding.
What was I
with
doing?
no due regard.
What was I looking for?
I don't care what you were looking for.
How? So that is
You're
not your
driving
place.
with no due regard.
That is not accurate. How do you?
Okay, thank you so much for your comment, Natasha. I just want to clear this up because I don't want you guys to think that I was making a joke, but I do think that when it comes to law enforcement, military, things like that, it's not that you can't have a mental health issue, but to some degree, you can't come into the military, you can't come into the police force with an issue, a mental health issue that you're still working on actively and it's not like under control. So I was kind of making a snarky joke that came across insensitive. So if you guys feel like I was just saying like somebody medication ain't working for them and they're just crazy, very snarky psych mind. So hopefully you didn't take it that way. But I think law enforcement, military, it's going to be hard for them to take on people who already have active mental health issues because now that has to not interfere with your role. So 9 times out of 10, if somebody has been on Seroquel for 10 years, they're still actively trying to stabilize themselves. That's a long time to be on antidepressants. I also think that in the US, we kind of rely on mental health treatment in the form of medication versus therapy and things like that. And so because of that, you have people being on antidepressants and things like that for 10 plus years. You shouldn't need to be on it for that long. But unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at right now with mental health, where pills are just the only option that we have to treat it. So again, I was making a very snarky joke for my cynic mind and beliefs that I have about mental health. Hopefully you didn't take it the wrong way. But it was more so just like the system is a joke here. And instead of helping you navigate your issues, they're more likely to prescribe you pills and think like, oh, that's going to help you. And it really doesn't. It might momentarily stabilize you. It might help you feel good on your day-to-day, but like in terms of helping you process and deal and work through your trauma, medication is not a long-term solution. So that was I guess it was too snarky and it was too like cynical. So hopefully you didn't take it the wrong way, but let's continue. Because I definitely don't have that belief about people being quote unquote crazy. The joke was too inside my head. Let's continue.
Was I
So maybe
following
you
a
should have
murder
somebody-
suspect?
So maybe
Was I following a murder suspect?
That's your business.
Was I following a murder suspect?
Obviously not. You were following me.
How do you know?
Yeah, you're on point though, but unfortunately, it's a lot of providers who are an issue. There's a lot of providers who aren't doing the real work to help people find solutions. They're just giving them medication that they have to rely on for the long term. So, hey, girl, I've got a quickie jokey sense too, and I have a mental health issue too. I'm sorry, you're such a powerful platform in a cynical sense when it comes to mental health and medication. Hey, if that's how you feel, I'm so sorry that that's how it came across, but unfortunately, that was not my intention. I had no intention of making you feel like, that I was making people feel bad, but I think I'm trying to challenge what we have. I don't think we have enough in terms of healing people. I think it's all just pills. And when we have pills, if you have to be on antidepressants for 10 years, then that antidepressant is not doing its job. I'm sorry. No, yeah, Natasha, and I feel you. Listen, but when it comes to some of this stuff, our opinions are going to differ, So I appreciate you for coming here and sharing your opinion, though. C. Ocean says Seroquel is a drug used as a babysitter. It doesn't stabilize it bags up and you stop using it. Psychosis has had people staying too long, so they're afraid of offering them. Listen, C. Ocean, I don't want to have this conversation because it is when it comes to opinions on things like this, it's going to vary. It's going to vary significantly. And for me, I personally just feel like people use medicine and pills, especially in this country, as a fix-all when they can be teaching people coping skills and things like that instead of teaching that, they prescribe medication. That's the problem we're having today. But as somebody who's my criminology degree, it was half psychology. I have that opinion. And so when I say it, it comes across ignorant. So that's why I apologize. But hey. Yeah, absolutely, Natasha. And I think that's where we agree. So Gainer says doctors push meds to keep you coming back. Now, listen, I'm not trying to I'm not a mental health prescription. I'm not a mental health doctor. I'm not a physician. So don't listen to me. Okay, I'm not here to give you medical advice. I'm not here to tell you to take or not take your medication. 9 times out of 10, if you're bipolar or schizophrenic, take them meds. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. When it relates to you, I don't know a damn thing what I'm talking about, but this is just my opinion about medication. So this is why I apologized and said, listen, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but let's continue. Louis says, what's going on? We watching body cams? Yes, we are. What times are you live? I always miss them. Louis, I'm in a transition period. I'm still trying to figure out what's best for me. So nowadays it's going to be after 4:00 during the week. On the weekends, I'm going to do morning shows. So make sure you just hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I'm going live in 30 minutes. If you hit the notification bell within 30 minutes of when my show's going to start, you'll get a notification. So sorry about that. Let's continue, guys.
Because you followed me here. How do you follow that murder? But you'd be following him right now. You wouldn't be talking to me, right?
Make my point for me, okay? Your actions, okay? Look it up. In the state of Indiana, when you take action and cause someone to take another action, okay? When you take action like on the interstate, flipping your lights on like this, you cause a chain reaction. You don't know what I was doing, okay? You didn't know I was a police officer. You just thought I was somebody driving on the interstate, coming off the interstate onto Shadeland, right? What I'm saying is it's not your place to enforce those traffic laws. I understand your heart, your intention might have been in the right place. I don't know. I have no idea what your deal is with Hancock County. What I'm saying is that's a bad idea. As it turns out, you're trying to lecture me on something that you don't know what our job is and what I was doing, okay? I understand you didn't know I was a police officer.
You guys
there
do
are a
your
lot
thing.
of
I'm just asking you to drive with due regard. All right, that's all I want. All right.
It's not your place.
It's not your plate. You're a citizen. I'm sorry. You can drive down the street and want it all day.
I'm not asking you to give me a lecture. I'm here just explaining to you. Actually, I was out here working. I understand now. You think whatever, wasting my time here.
Okay, but you get where I'm coming from, right? I just see some jackass driving down the road going 50.
Sorry, Louis. We were so off topic by the time you jumped in the chat. Yes, this is a person who pulled over a police sergeant. Okay, he thought he was so on point. He pulled over somebody who was in an unmarked car. So he was a sergeant driving a regular vehicle. And so this guy pulled him over, flashed the lights, but didn't really pursue him. That's what we saw in their little preview. But he did flash those lights, so it's a felony. So yes, police impersonator. We're more than halfway through, but let's continue.
It doesn't matter. It's not your job.
I'm not here to give you a ticket, okay?
I understand that.
I suppose I could. I haven't been to traffic court in a long time. I know where it's at. I know how to give a ticket. I know they're expensive now, and I'm not trying to tax you like that, okay? You have to understand, you're trying to, in this conversation, justify what you're saying you're not doing. Anyway, I'm going to snap a couple pictures of your vehicle. I've already got your information. You're free to go. Do you have any questions for me?
I just need a copy of your business card.
I don't have a business card with me. I've already told you my name. I'm making a report.
But you have to copy the report.
I do not provide copies of the report. You have a report number. Can you just pull a number and then write it down for me?
You just run it 3012 as an organizational plate?
No, it took me a while to get it, but it is like an LF plate.
Like a supporter plate?
No, it's a law enforcement plate.
Just humor me and run it 3012 on an OR.
It has to be it's 3012.
Did he say how he has
yeah.
What was it, like Warren, like Michigan City or whatever it was?
Yeah, so Warren County, Williamsport is way out west, damn near to Illinois.
Did he say how he has that plate?
I don't know, but this comes back on a Brown 2000. That thing is not 2000.
John claimed he purchased the vehicle several months prior, along with the equipment inside. Officers observed a radar gun, a radio box, light siren box, and a mounted computer in plain view, all of which appeared clean and functional.
It's your stop.
Yeah, like whatever.
If it's over 30 days, I'm going to tow.
I'm fine just making a report and going on with my day because I don't want to. This is not how I like spending my.
Something with the date that you bought the car to show me that it's not older than 30 days.
Oh, I got a temp tag.
Perfect.
Do you see what this says? Please display this portion in the rear vehicle window. Does it say anywhere on there to put a plate off of another car and just drive around with it? It doesn't.
Which you can do. I'm just saying, you obviously, if you know.
My bad. My bad.
You gotta have the paperwork.
While retrieving the vehicle registration, since the plates were linked to a different vehicle, officers noticed a Glock magazine, 2 pairs of handcuffs in the passenger door, and what appeared to be tactical vest and body armor in the back seat.
It's a handcuff.
Recording.
Oh, okay. You do security. Do you understand that doing security?
No, he's definitely doing too much. All right. Now, he claims to be some level of a security guy. He claimed he had a security company earlier. Why do you have handcuffs and all that? Like, you're not detaining people at all. Right? He could wiggle out of this and say he's doing a citizen's arrest, which is legal in some states. But
Not with a fake plate.
right, like you're over here with a fake plate. Why do you need a fake plate if it's a citizen's arrest? The plate doesn't match.
Civilian attire. He's not.
Right, he's wearing what's a replica of the police on construction sites or who are doing patrol duty. It's insane. He's a complete clown. He's being a bully. I agree. If he keeps running his gums like he is, charges will most certainly go forth. He's definitely getting charged. I think they were still trying to figure things out. That's why they're talking to him. But I think he's going to get a charge.
Helping him incriminate himself.
Yeah, exactly. Getting him to continue to incriminate himself. Complete clown. Yeah, and the cops are being completely patient because he's on body cam. You're right. Because they're recording him. It's like a show. We're watching this like it's a novella, but it's literally like a show. Gaynor said, scary for women to encounter. Yeah, that's literally why the police said, don't pull over for these vehicles who don't look like police cars who are flashing lights. Right? It's a way of luring you. They shouldn't be pulling you over at night in an unmarked car. That is not a police officer's job. So let's continue. There's like 7 minutes left. We're gonna watch this. Then we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, let's get into it.
Means you cannot put someone in handcuffs. That's what the real police do, is put people in handcuffs.
Yeah, I understand that.
There's no firearm in here, but there's a magazine and bullets.
Yeah, well, I got obviously clean this out because I just transferred everything to my other car, but there's no gun. I have a Glock. It's 19.
Where is it at?
Because I can't carry it, right? Because I'm on probation.
You know your business better than us.
Okay, well,
I haven't looked at. I don't know
pretty sure
what the condition.
I can't have firearms. I don't have a firearm.
I'm just telling you, I don't know the conditions of your probation. There's probably people who have conditions of probation that say, like, if I'm working, I can. Maybe across the board. I mean, it's only a C misdemeanor that you're on probation for, so I don't know that I've ever encountered somebody on probation for a C misdemeanor, so, and I don't do probation, so I'm just going to say you probably know your business and your risk better than sure it's there, but I'm going to go down that route.
As the sergeant and officers left the area, John was seen taking pictures of their vehicles. Given the odd and suspicious nature of the situation, the sergeant decided to dig further. After the incident, the sergeant reached out to other law enforcement agencies to see if they were aware of similar interactions with John. He received a photograph from June 2022 showing John directing traffic for churchgoers leaving a service. The photo had been taken by someone who was concerned that the vehicle John was using resembled a fake Indiana State Police vehicle. The investigation deepened as the sergeant reviewed footage from August 2022, recorded during the funeral procession of an Elwood police officer killed in the line of duty. Amid the procession of police vehicles with flashing emergency lights, one vehicle stood out, a car operated by John, equipped with red and white emergency lights bearing a license plate that read, Indiana Traffic Operations. However, the sergeant would soon learn that John made his day-to-day activities well known to the world. Police discovered numerous photos on his public Facebook profile showing him dressed in attire similar to law enforcement uniforms. His bio listed him as the owner of Indiana Traffic Operations LLC since September 2022, though he later removed this information. Among the posts on his page was a photo of John changing a flat tire, but what drew attention was his utility belt, which clearly displayed a firearm. Police subsequently reviewed John's TikTok page, Indy Traffic Cops, which contained hundreds of videos showcasing police vehicles, including his own fleet. In one video, John proudly displayed the interior of a Dodge Charger equipped with emergency lights, and a silver IMPD police badge was visible. While these badges were never publicly available, they could be acquired by retiring officers. Following the incident where he pulled over the sergeant, John appeared to change his TikTok username. Additionally, police found his company's Facebook page, where several posts featured law enforcement-related hashtags. The investigating sergeant believed these posts conveyed a misleading impression that Indiana Traffic Operations was connected to official law enforcement agencies or activities. The company's website was also reviewed, revealing several professionally taken photos of John. The sergeant particularly noted the images where John was standing in a public roadway, directing or possibly obstructing traffic, despite there being no apparent reason for his presence there. In addition, police found John's Instagram page, where his bio stated he was the owner of a page called Law Enforcement's. The account featured over 2,000 posts displaying law enforcement-related vehicles. The sergeant conducted a record search too, and confirmed John had never been a police officer with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department or any other agency. However, he had participated in the IMPD's Explorer program as a high school student in 2016, a detail confirmed by old YouTube videos on his channel, along with other law enforcement-related content. With that, his interactions with real police officers stretch back to 2021, when John was stopped for operating a silver Dodge Charger, outfitted with equipment mimicking that of unmarked police vehicles. Items like handcuffs and an Ohio State Highway Patrol sticker were discovered. John was cited and warned about driving a vehicle designed to impersonate law enforcement. By April 2023, John was stopped again, this time for moving violations. A different Dodge Charger, now with state police style decals, carried a firearm on the passenger seat and
yeah, this guy has an obsession with law enforcement, right? This is what I suspected before we even heard anything about him, was that he had an obsession. He's buying all the gear, designing his vehicle. Yeah, he's on probation, which explains why he can't be a cop. So he's literally fascinated with the career field, bless you, and whole persona of being a police officer. Bless you. He is a whole nutcase. It's funny, I called it. I'm not trying to say I'm psychic or nothing, but he's crazy. He wants to be a cop so badly, but he also is on probation. He can't because he's on probation. I think he's 100% a narcissist, and that's what he's engaging his obsession on. Yeah, but there's a little bit more going on than just narcissism. To be impersonating a police, there's some psychosis there too. Bless you in the back. They said bless you. Listen, he's gonna get himself unalive. Criminals don't play. Exactly, because the criminals are gonna be like, "Oh, you want to be a cop so bad? Now you in here with us? Oh, you in here with us?" And they're gonna want to attack him, kill him, the same way they do law enforcement in prison. That's what he's not understanding. Did all of this just to end up in jail? Maybe they'll put him outside of Gen Pop for that. Okay, some of this looks like this kid is outside of his authority. I think he has the right idea on protecting these construction workers, but he definitely is going outside his bounds. Yeah, by making his vehicle look like a unmarked police officer car. I just think all of the brandishing of things, it's giving obsession. It's giving. Louis said it's autism. No, stop it. Don't say that. It's scary and sad. This world is crazy. I agree. I think a little bit of it is some mental illness. He probably writes tickets and people give him cash for him. If they do, they're stupid. But you know what? He creates a fake website where you can go on there, yes, with a debit card and pay his stupid behind. He's probably a scammer in that way, but it definitely seems like an unhealthy obsession.
Tools associated with emergency responders. When officers asked John at the time about the color of the lights on the Charger, he replied, "Get a warrant." In May 2023, the sergeant reviewed footage from another agency showing John arriving at an accident scene before first responders. He blocked a lane of traffic and walked freely among injured parties, police officers, and firefighters. At one point in the footage, both a police sergeant and a firefighter appeared confused about John's identity and his presence at the scene. The investigation also revealed John had owned 22 vehicle titles, most of which were police models. Only 4 were active at the time of the inquiry. Based on several of these factors, the investigating sergeant who was initially pulled over by John concluded that John had falsely portrayed himself as a law enforcement officer. On October 17, 2023, the state of Indiana filed a probable cause affidavit. After a review, probable cause was established and a warrant for John's arrest was issued. The following day, records show that John had been taken into custody. Ultimately, John was charged with impersonation of a public servant, a level 6 felony offense. He had also received a Class C infraction for operating a motor vehicle with a false plate, and he was released a few days later on a $250 cash bond. But the story didn't end there. Just over a year later, John dug himself into deeper shit. He was arrested once again, this time for felony impersonation of a public servant and unlawfully carrying a handgun in his white Ford F-150, a newer addition to his fleet that he had proudly showcased on his TikTok page shortly before the arrest.
See?
I think this ship has sailed, but
the fact that he's going this far, he's ill. The fact you got arrested for it and you're gonna get arrested 6 weeks later again, he's ill. Can you imagine a cop telling you, "I'm gonna have to write you a ticket, but if you give me $75, I'll let you go"? Like, how would that not be shady? Yeah, honestly, Jesse Nukes, I would question that. I'm not giving you my money. I'm not doing no cash transactions with you. You're saying that I was speeding. Okay, I'm gonna go to court and say I've had a license for 10 years and never got a speeding ticket before. And if it's been at least 3 years, you can get it waived. In my state, at least. But, you know, I think a lot of people don't understand some of this stuff. That's why they get played by characters like himself. So, anyways, let's continue to the next video, right? This police impersonator threatens to arrest a police officer. Like, imagine that. Pointing your finger at a real cop and saying, "I'm going to take you to jail." And you're not a real cop. So, let's get into the next one. Let me share my screen with you guys. Sorry, guys. Let's see what we got so far. Jeremy DeWitt owed a funeral procession company with cars and motorcycles that look like police. I think he's in prison now. So I'm going to have to look into Jeremy. Let me write down Jeremy DeWitt. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Right, bet I'm gonna go to court. Craig Townsend, I did it in new sub. Thank you so much, JB2, for becoming a new sub. I'm about to write down. Thank you so much, Jeremy DeWitt, in my notes, so we can go back and look at him and his little stint. Jeremy DeWitt. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, Mr. Gainer's Pocket. Put that right there. All right, we're gonna get on to the next one. Always let the judge decide. Exactly, because when it comes to speeding, if you haven't gotten one in a decade, they're gonna take that into account and they might waive it. Now you can't do that every year, but they're gonna at least waive that first one. So let's continue.
Department?
I've seen you many times.
Yeah. I noticed you're out with a Publix shopping cart right now, pushing it around.
I own Publix.
You own Publix?
I do. John Carney, you can call him and ask.
Oh, okay.
I own the building I stay in.
Oh, okay.
I own most of Cocoa Beach.
Okay. Well, let me see your driver's license, please.
I don't have to show you anything. I don't even have a license, and I've talked to you assholes. Is this on?
It is.
Great. Yeah, I've talked to you assholes.
I'm going to be out with a
about where my
13P at the
ID
beach end of First South. Can I get 94? Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, I listen. I'm a cop.
Okay.
Private citizen.
Okay.
Understand? So shut up while I'm talking.
Okay, man. You don't got to say shut up, right? I'm having a professional adult conversation.
I could make a citizen's arrest right now if you harass you with this guy.
Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Just stand over there for me. All right?
All right. Now, I've told you once before.
Step over here.
Actually, many times. Tell me what to do.
Step over here.
No.
All right.
Now, listen. My ID and everything I own is in Miami. Stolen by a meter maid.
I apologize. First North.
Stolen by a meter maid and a tow company called Beach Towing.
Okay.
Now they have my driver's license, my social security card, my birth certificate, everything else that I own. But I'm able to trade psychically. So I own everything here. I even own this guy. So if you guys want to haul me in for questioning about my cart that I've already talked about many times, it's a beach cart.
Okay.
It's a beach cart. You can approach Publix if they decide they want to press charges against me for owning Publix and having my own beach cart.
Okay.
Let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to walk away right now. And just
Well, no, you're not going to walk away. You're not allowed to walk away.
What are you going to do about it?
All right. You're not allowed to walk away.
What are you going to do about it?
All right.
You going to tase somebody?
Get down on the ground right now. Get down on the ground. Get down on your knees right now.
Absolutely not.
All right?
Absolutely not.
Get down on your knees like I've asked you to do.
You have no probable cause.
I tried to do this the easy way. We'll do it the hard way. All right? All right? Now get down on the ground.
I'm not getting
all right,
on the ground.
You are getting down on the ground.
Don't touch me. You're assaulting me.
All right?
You're under arrest. You're under arrest. You're assaulting me. You're under arrest.
All right?
I'm arresting you right now as a private citizen. You're under arrest.
16 Cocoa Beach. I'm going to have a male detained.
I'll know everything about you by the end of the day. No probable cause to arrest me. You have no right to put handcuffs on me. No reason to put me in cuffs.
I sure do.
You don't have to put your gloves on. What are you going to do? An oral check? You're going to shove your hands up my ass? What's the gloves for, mother?
All right, sir.
You're right here. You're like over with.
Sir.
Don't touch me.
All right. Sir, I am Officer Stanley, Cocoa Beach Police Department.
Who you are.
I stopped out with you because I had reasonable suspicion that you were in possession of a stolen shopping cart.
You have absolutely
That is a legal Florida state statute.
You asshole.
I stopped out with you.
I'm at Publix every morning. I own Publix.
I recognize the guy.
You're trying to arrest the owner.
Spontaneously uttered. So I am now telling you I want your ID.
Spontaneously uttered?
A spontaneous utterance is an exception to the hearsay rule of evidence. They are statements spontaneously made relating to a suspect's guilt, and under the rules of evidence, they tend to be easily admitted in court.
You are going to tell me what your ID is, or we're going to have additional charges for resisting and failure to ID. All right? Are you going to give me your ID, sir? Let's take him back to the PD and see about we'll search him when we get to my car. He may have his wallet. If not, we'll get rapid ID intel. Do we know who he is? Have we field interviewed him before?
I don't think so.
Have you and Strange been out with him?
I have not, no, sir.
All right. All right. Good deal. Let's take him to the car. All right. We'll search him there. I tried to do this the easy way, sir, but you decided to do it the hard way.
God, you watch too much movies, motherfucker.
Well, that's the first thing you've said that is correct.
Hey, my cart and all my personal belongings are right over there. I want my stuff.
Well, first of all, we're going to get your stuff. Second of all, I'm going to return the shopping cart back to Publix. So that's going to happen.
I want all my stuff.
We're not worried about that.
Don't touch me.
All right? I am going to touch you, and you are going to let me touch you. I am going to play this game for you.
Get your hands off me right the fuck now. You're me, motherfucker. I told you, get your fucking hands off me.
You can keep
piece of shit.
You can do this the easy way or the
you. Fuck you. You're breaking my fucking rights. I'm a private citizen, motherfucker. I'm a Navy SEAL. You're fucked.
I thought you were a Navy SEAL.
I'm a cop. You guys
are we?
You're that too.
Sir, I'm trying to be nice.
You!
All right. I'm not going to say another word to you. Let me switch sides real quick.
Yep.
We'll get all this jewelry off when we get.
You!
Easy, man.
Do not turn toward.
You touch me, motherfucker.
Manner.
You!
No, hey, calm down.
You!
Why are you
get the fuck off me?
The only one screaming.
What are you, gay?
Screaming.
You, motherfucker.
So yeah, he's obviously crazy. The way he just whispered, it's giving he's crazy. Hunter says, "Hey yo." He's crazy, and I'm not trying to make fun of people who are crazy. He's crazy though. The cop probably ties his wife up at night. He's got some patience. Listen, Louis, you're on to something else. High sense of grandeur with delusions, if you ask me. I agree, Beth, because he really thinks he has the authority to tell the police, no, you can't touch me. At this point, if they're investigating you, you start doing something else, they can absolutely arrest you. So saying, no, you can't, the only thing you do is making yourself look stupid. Empress, I don't know. This man, I think there's some dementia going on with this guy. He's a little older. You can tell because of his face, his side profile. Louis says, game over. Listen.
Calm down. Relax. Relax.
Get your hands off me.
All right, spread your feet for me, sir. Get a wallet on him.
Get your hand off my balls.
All right, how many car we got? Can I get you to grab that cart and wheel it to me over here?
Where's that at?
It's see the bushes, see the white beach parking sign?
You're
It's behind that sign. It's behind that bush that's on that sign. He's walking. He's rolling down. He's got a clear public shopping cart.
Oh.
So
I do so far.
You know Carlo. He's one of our ride-alongs.
Hey.
He's going to the academy next week. So I wanted to identify the guy. I know we've been having some calls with him and some other things.
Okay.
I wanted to see about getting Publix their cart back, but he decided to take it another way. He darn near committed assault. He stepped towards me.
He did commit. So I saw it from over here.
Oh, you did see him step up and
that's why I turned my light.
Now he did this when I pulled my taser because I taser displayed first to make sure, mainly for Carlo's safety, since Carlo, trying to not get Carlo to have to jump in,
I think very. So I saw it. I was over here.
I'm going to go back and watch my body camera.
Like that.
Yeah, I think he stepped towards me, and you saw it as well. Would you be willing to give me an affidavit? I know that's not what you thought you would do today. I wanted you just because you're my liability. Yeah.
Hey, Cart.
Fuck you.
Well, really, I just wanted to identify the guy, but he's obviously a little signal 20, which is probably not his fault, but, I don't know. Now, I'm gonna go review my body camera before I charge him with the assault, but I definitely, but I know based on his app, what he just said and what you saw.
Oh, clear as day.
Because even after I decided to put the taser away because I thought I can go hands-on,
He went like this.
he still walked towards me.
He went like that. I saw it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I turned my lights on.
Yeah. Well, he did that because he wanted me to tase him.
Right.
Which is totality the circumstances. Nah, I didn't think I needed to, so I put it away. I just thought it would have been a little excessive. But because I had my ride along, I felt a need to protect and make sure his safety, if anything else,
Well, he definitely has to think for tools and knives.
Yeah. Here's what I got, Coop. We're on the other side of the building watching traffic enforcement. I see the gentleman come by. So he comes by with the shopping cart, and we've been getting some calls over the last few weeks about people yelling and impeding traffic and yelling. So more than anything, I just want to identify him. I have reasonable suspicions he's in possession. I saw him with the shopping cart. He left the shopping cart to come to the beach.
And it's clearly
I confirmed I had the green, but then I confirmed the logo before I made contact with him. I actually made a consensual encounter at first, but then asked for his ID, expletive. He actually stepped toward me like he was going to do something, and that's when I asked Carlo to stand back about 20 feet. And being that I had a ride along, I went taser display.
Balled up fist and everything?
He had balled up fist, took a step towards me. I went taser display, but then I was I was this close to him about me to Carlo.
Yeah.
I thought a taser would be excessive, so I put it back in and went hands on with no. But after I went taser on, he took another step towards me. I grabbed him, and then there was no resisting after that.
I saw when he went like this because I was over here.
All right.
I saw the
other beachcombers coming and going. He has no injuries. Like I said, it was just display.
How you doing, partner? My name is Sergeant Cooper. I'm the shift supervisor. Are you okay? Do you need any medical attention? Are you going to answer any questions? I just want to make sure that you're all right. Okay. I believe the taking of a shopping cart is a felony.
I'll have to look. I know it's at least a misdemeanor.
No, I think what they...
Oh, it's possession of it is the misdemeanor. If I had probable cause that he took it, it would be a felony. You're right.
I'll look it up.
Go ahead. I appreciate it, boss. You want to just dump it all in the bike impound and I'll deal with it when I'm done?
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing to do.
I'm gonna have to stay with you just in case he gets a little.
Yeah, you'll have to follow me there.
Yep.
Can we all lift it, make it easier on everybody?
Yeah, let me put it up.
Here. Dang, baller move, boys. Here, I got you. Hang on. All right. Thanks for getting here so quick. I just had decided let's put the taser away and go hands on because I knew you were close. And
yeah, once the time go like that, I turn my lights on.
Well, it's because he was begging me to tase him, and that's another reason why I decided not to do it, because I felt like, you know what, I'm not going to play that game. He's wanting to be a martyr and whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, should he just direct transport? Okay, we can't take the cuffs off this guy.
No, we can't. It's going to be a fight. Yeah, that's a good idea. Can you take?
And good on this police officer for not getting dragged into the BS, right? Because some of them will allow, themselves to get all manipulated and stuff like that. So, no, he said he kept this cool. He didn't play into it. All right, guys. This is all I got for you guys tonight. I do have a few more, but I need to prepare for a little bit more that I'm going to do tonight. Not going to be police related, but if you like my channel, if you enjoy conversations with me, make sure you guys check out my live stream in a few hours. It's going to be relationship topic. It's going to be a little bit more laid back, nothing law enforcement related, right? We're just going to be chatting. So make sure you guys hit the like button and that you guys come back for that if you're interested. Natasha says, thank you so much, Flora. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Natasha, I appreciate you for coming in here and being comfortable to share your opinion, liking, subscribing, being part of the conversation. Louis said, I got some updates for you. Yes, after the video closes out, drop it in the comment section. I'm going to make sure to check it. Natasha says, this was my first live stream. I appreciate you, okay? I appreciate you coming and being part of the conversation. Yes, come back. Jesse Nuke says, bye, guys. Had a good time. Yes. Kuma says, you doing good, Flora. Congratulations. I don't need validation from the Naker sector, but thank you so much, Kuma, for your comment. You're appreciated. Okay, we got some fun. Kuma, I know you're going to be here later trolling me because I'm going to have a relationship topic tonight. My friend is joining me. She's going to be a new personality head on my channel. So I will be back. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, share. We'll be back for a conversation. And like the video on your way out. If you're catching this video on the playback, subscribe, okay? There's going to be more and more to come. I'll see you guys on the next one.